Welcome back to Twin Formula One. We're here with another video for Race 2, Shanghai, China. Um, it's a long weekend of racing, starting with free practice and sprint qualifying. Free practice, not much really happened. Like there was a couple of spin outs early on with Lewis Hamilton and Franco Colapinto. Arvid Lindblad had an engine failure, similar to Isaac Hajar last week. Sainz had technical issues and only got 20 minutes of the free practice, which isn't good for Williams. Um, yeah, not much really happened. There were a few people testing various things, like Haas had a new rear diffuser, and Ferrari were using their rear wing, um, which looks really interesting. Hopefully, that does close the gap a little bit when it comes to qualifying. Mercedes seem to still have the gap on everybody else, although McLaren did look like they were closing the gap in free practice, down to like half a second, which is still a big gap, but not as much as last week. And hopefully everyone else can join in on that and start closing it so we can get some better racing throughout the field. Sprint qualifying is coming up, but luckily you don't have to wait too long because we can get straight into that right now. Round 2, Shanghai, China. We're going to react to sprint qualifying. So we'll start off from Q1. And unfortunately, Cadillac had problems from the get-go. And Perez was out with a fuel issue and didn't qualify, so he's last. His teammate Bottas was just in front of him, so the car's slow, brand new team, so we'll give them a bit of leeway, but they are looking like the overall slowest car on the grid. Next to them, though, is Aston Martin, who have been struggling with this new power unit of Honda's. It's shaking the car apart. They can't seem to drive it. Not a good look for them. Not a good look for Williams either, who end up in 17th and 18th. Sainz 17th, Albon 18th, and yeah, they're not looking good. I mean, they had podiums at the end of last year, and things have just not come together for them. Yeah, hope for the best with them. I'd like them to do well, especially getting podiums last year. I thought they was on the right track, but so far, not so good. Moving on to Q2, have Franco Colapinto in the Alpine in 16th. Um, they've got the Mercedes power unit. It's not looking too bad for them, to be honest. I mean, a bad day for Colapinto in 16th, but his teammate Gasly got into the top 10. So I mean, the car does seem quick. It's just got to get it in the right window, I think. Arvid Lindblad didn't get any free practice time. He's in 15th with the Racing Bulls. Gabriel Bortoleto with Audi in 14th. Not too bad for new engine. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's not happy with that, but it's not too bad. Liam Lawson, 13th in the Racing Bulls. I'm sure he would want top 10, but that Red Bull powertrain isn't looking the best at the moment. Uh, then you got Esteban Ocon in the Haas in 12th, which he wasn't happy last week. I'm sure he's not happy with that either, especially when his teammate Behrman is in the top 10 again. Nico Hulkenberg in 11th in the Audi, which isn't too bad. It's almost in the top 10, and that Audi's actually looking pretty good. Um, Isaac Hajar in the Red Bull in 10th. Yeah, the Red Bull looks like it's slowed down somehow. I'm not entirely sure what is going on there. Oliver Behrman, 9th, really good for him, really good for Haas. Max Verstappen in 8th, That car's fallen to pieces. I don't know what's going on. If Max Verstappen can't get it in the top five, then there's something seriously wrong with that car. And then Alpine surprisingly got into seventh with Pierre Gasly, which is really good from them. Ferrari, I think, had a little slip up in this race, to be honest. Like, they ended up testing their new rear wing and then reverting back to the Australia spec. And I don't think they had enough time to test on track the old spec wing, and it's caught them out a little bit. You got Charles Leclerc in sixth, Oscar Piastri with the McLaren in fifth, Lewis Hamilton in fourth in the Ferrari, and then the McLaren of Lando Norris in third, which is not too bad from him. It's an improvement from last week. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad at all, actually. At this time of filming this, Kimi Antonelli is in second, but he is under investigation for impeding Max Verstappen, so he could get a penalty. And then George Russell, again, unbelievable lap. He's so far in front of everyone else. He has a full understanding of this car, this power unit, and the new regulations. And he ends up nearly 3 tenths quicker than his teammate. Nearly 6 tenths, well, more than 6 tenths quicker than Lando Norris in third. The same with Lewis Hamilton in fourth. And I mean, Charles Leclerc is over a second behind him. Mercedes are so far in front. I think people have made a little step, maybe a tenth, but it's not much more than that. Um, the good thing is the sprint race is tomorrow, um, and we know how good Ferraris are off the line, even from fourth and sixth. It's going to be a battle. There's a limited amount of laps. We know there was a lot of overtaking, so I mean I'm predicting Lewis Hamilton wins this one. I think their starts are mega. It all depends whether or not the Mercedes can get off the line quickly this time, whether or not they can get battery charged up for the start of the race. But it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. So, who do you think is going to win the sprint race tomorrow? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Twin Formula 1, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.